Here's how to make millions fast in Forza Horizon 6. You guys can use this method right now to make millions of credits every single hour, no matter what platform you're on, if you guys are new to the game, or if you guys just need some money to get started. Super easy and simple. Let's go and go to the auto show to get started with what car you guys need for this glitch. Now first, you'll want to go to the auto show and buy this car. Now this car has been pretty iconic or infamous in Forza Horizon 6 so far because it's been associated with so many different glitches. The Subaru 22B STI. It costs 86,000 credits on the auto show. I'm sure if you guys have been using some of these money methods, you probably already have one, but if you don't, super easy to buy on the auto show. Then there are quite a few different tunes you guys can use for this, as well as event codes. A lot of them have been getting patched or removed from the creative hub, given the fact that this is clearly an exploit. So if you guys want to stay up to date with the best new glitches or tunes as soon as they get released, like and subscribe, as I'm sure this won't be around for too much longer. But once you've bought your car, you want to go cars, upgrades and tuning, then find tuning setups. Then you guys can go in and search for a code, or you can simply use one from this overview right here. The one I'll be using is 140242027. You can search for it, it'll pop up, and then you guys are good to install it to your car just for a little bit of credits as well, which you'll easily make back once you guys get to use this glitch. Then once you've gotten your Subaru and you've applied your tune, it's very important to ensure virtually all these car mastery perks are maxed. I've seen some people who commented on the last video I made on this method saying they weren't making much money or it wasn't too effective for them. That's because they had not used their perks. The reason this is so important is because the Subaru has a skill multiplier of 9. That's why we use it for this glitch. There are quite a few cars you can use that are similar. The Subaru is also good not only because it has that skill multiplier, but also because it's very cheap and easy to get. It's not some kind of rare wheelspin or DLC only car. Anyone can get it from the auto show for under 100,000 credits, which pretty much means as soon as you complete the Forza prologue, you'll be ready to start earning cash. Now I've got my car, I've got my tune, and I've got my car mastery perks maxed. Go on and navigate to Creative Hub, Event Lab, Play Event, then you guys want to enter the share code I'll put on screen. The share code is 890169683. Then the event will load up for you guys immediately, and you can go in and start the event. You can see it's been used by so many people because of how effective this money method is, and I'll also be sprinkling in a few extra important facts that you guys might not have seen other people talking about if you've seen this method, which will be very important. Now some of these methods use the auto drive mode by Anna. This one is not applicable. In difficulty, I pretty much just move driving assist preset all the way to all assists. Then you guys are immediately good to get started. You can copy these settings one to one using an assist to set them for you. Then once you start the race event, all you need to do is hold down the accelerator. Like I said, there is an auto drive mode in the game. You guys can see in the bottom left if you enable it with Anna, but do not use it for this method. The reason being is that you cannot earn skill points while you have that on. You need to have the accelerator held down manually. But what you'll notice is every single time you do this event, which only takes around 25 seconds each lap, you will earn 10 skill points. The reason being is because you're destroying objects on the road and you're earning skill points so quick the animation on screen can't even keep up with it. Then after you do one lap, all you need to do is click X to restart and go straight back into another one. You can see I have the prompt right here in the bottom left. You go restart, then straight back into another one. And real quick, most of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to help us hit 200k and stay updated with the best Forza glitches, content, news, and more, be sure to tap that button. It really helps out a lot. But now back into the video. This makes it so easy because unlike other methods in this game, which may have you guys doing one completion event and then having to go back to Creative Hub, enter the tune share code again and load up the whole event, this one is super easy, in and out. You can pretty much do around 2 laps every single minute, which means you're also getting XP, as you guys just saw on screen, 2,176 XP from one lap, because the reason being is that as you are earning skill points, you are getting XP in order for doing so. So like I said, do 2 laps per minute, you'll get 20 skill points, and pretty much just do this over and over again. You guys could get a TV show up, watch some YouTube, whatever it is you want to do, just while holding your hand on your controller to keep this going over and over again, rinsing and repeating. And then when you guys are ready to start spending those skill points, this is what comes next. So if you guys have been doing this for around 20 or 30 minutes, you can then, instead of restarting, just continue to exit out of the event back into free roam, and you'll have a lot of skill points you can now convert straight into money. There are various different ways to do this, and I'll show you a few of the best ways right now. And make sure you guys are doing this in your house or the festival area, as otherwise when you're earning the Super Wheelspins from redeeming the skill perks, it'll always auto prompt you to open them in the map, and you guys won't be able to bank or save them. So now once you guys are here, you want to go and navigate to Car Collection Journal, then you go Discover Japan, Car Collection again, then navigate back to Subaru. We'll use the same car, but there also are a few other car options I'll show you which you can use as well. But the Subaru is very good because again, it's super cheap and easy. So you can buy these for 86,000 credits each. Now you want to buy one of these cars for every 30 skill points you earned. So if you guys earn, let's say 400 skill points, you'd want to buy about 10 of them. And then you guys can simply go to your cars and redeem the skill perks on every single one of them. Also, you can try and resell them on the auction house after you've redeemed the perks to make some of the money back that you spent buying the car. But in general, if you're spending 86,000 credits on a car, you will generally make that back with the Super Wheelspin you'll be earning each time you use the 30 skill points. How do you do that? Well, as soon as you enter one of your your cars. Just like I initially maxed out the perks, you can go upgrades and tuning and car mastery, but this time you're only wanting to get the Super Wheelspin perk, and you also get 5,000 XP every single time, which means you'll level up quick and also get more wheel spins along the way of leveling up. There you guys can see I got one instant Super Wheelspin, and you just rinse and repeat. Now a quicker way to go between cars in the animations is you can go designs and paints, you can then go choose car from here and find the Subaru in your garage. What this means is you save a little bit of time on the loading animation, as you'll see in a minute here, because when I load up one of these cars, it's slightly quicker than when you do it through your garage, and that time will be pretty important when you guys are doing this dozens and dozens of time every single hour to farm up all these Super Wheelspins. So if you can save a few seconds, it's definitely worth doing so. Now another car you guys also could use is the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. I've showed this car before. The reason it is a little bit better is because the perks ultimately are better from the car, and you can then resell these more often. You guys can see each one of these you buy will cost 575,000 credits, so it's a lot more expensive than the Subaru, but since it's a Ferrari SF90 Stradale, a lot of people buy these on the auction house for a little bit cheaper than the auto show, so you could easily resell yours for around 500,000 credits after you've used the perks and make your money back 9 out of 10 times. Whereas the Subaru, no one's really trying to buy that from the auction house to save 10,000 credits, and it's not as much of a desirable car as a Ferrari hypercar that people actually want. That's one thing to keep in mind, but more importantly, the perks have much better value. If you guys go to car mastery, you can see for slightly more skill points, it costs 39 instead of 30, you get the exact same perks, but also 3 regular wheel spins, which is essentially the equivalent of 1 extra Super Wheel Spin. So instead of getting 1 Super Wheel Spin every 30 skill points, you're getting 2 every 39, so much better value. And like I said, after you're done redeeming these perks with the Ferraris, you can just start an auction to go ahead and sell yours and make the money back. You guys can see when I go auction, you might want to set a little bit of a lower limit, like 500,000, just to be more realistic, to give people an incentive to buy slightly below the sticker price, and you'll easily then be able to make a lot of your money back. Now here's a very important tip to get better rewards from the Super Wheel Spins you're opening. In your cars section, you guys can actually buy out car horns. These occupy a lot of different spaces within the wheel spin loot pool, so if you can spend credits buying as many of these as possible, for every single one you're buying for a very cheap price, you're removing it as a wheel spin reward, which means you'll instead have a much higher chance of getting more desirable rewards like credits and cars, which are ultimately what you want. It'll cost a couple million to buy all these different sound effects, and you guys can also go to character, customize character, and buy a huge amount of clothing items where the same rhetoric applies. If you buy out virtually all these clothing items, you're removing them from the loot pool, and the amount of money you're paying to buy these clothing items is worth much less than the current opportunity cost you're already losing out from by getting these trash rewards. Instead of potential credit and rare cars, you could be spinning for 100,000 plus every single time. So although doing that costs a few million credits up front, you guys will make it back times 10 over time by simply optimizing the rewards you're getting from your spins. As you guys can see, I've got 1 billion Super Wheel Spins, and if you want to do the same as me and just skip out on the grind entirely, go on and like and subscribe and check out the pinned comment, because it was for all platforms and can be done nearly instantly. But as you guys can see, by buying just a few of those clothing items, you are getting slightly better rewards, you're getting credits and rare cars you can sell for even more money. So make the most of this glitch while you guys still can. You'll easily make millions of credits in a matter of minutes after farming out those skill points, and then rinse and repeat to do it over and over again.